You know, I very much appreciate at moments like this being the exact person that I am. Like, being a 6'3", near 200-pound, like, just, you know, guy walking around who's kind of weird and eccentric and kind of annoying, to be perfectly frank, and has an always kind of annoying attitude, or like generally, like, always being a little off and a little overzealous for the current situation. It's like, I couldn't imagine being any other type of person. Like, if I were small, because, like, being tall, but not necessarily stout, I'm still not, like, I'm off-putting enough for, like, a physical confrontation, because for reference, it's 3 a.m., a little after 3 a.m., and I'm picking up some McDonald's, going to the gas station. That's why I've got my light for vehicle, so I'm just driving. But, like, it's very odd to, like, or it's very interesting to think about, like, if I were any other kind of, like, if I were 5'4", as opposed to 6'3", like, I'm less off-putting. I'm more, like, I'd probably be substantially more likely to be, like, confronted by someone. Not necessarily in the sense of just being, like, mugged or attacked or anything like that, but even just, like, people don't want to talk to me at night, generally, which is fine. Like, I don't have any problem with talking to people, but overall, I'm just trying to get my shit and go. So it's like, people don't really want to talk to me when I'm walking about, when I'm standing around or anything like that. They're, you know, it's that kind of lurch syndrome of like, he's over there and he's looming over, I don't want him looming over me at 3 a.m. That's not what I wanted to deal with today. So it's kind of nice. And God, I could only, like, this sounds terrible, but I can, because it's terrible it's bad with context too, but, like, I can only imagine being a woman in this scenario, like, being a, you know, shorter woman, because obviously, like, women are just, like, not, like, end up getting just, you know, men are generally pretty shitty overall, so, you know, and the men that are generally rolling around at 3 a.m., you know, on a Thursday night, or I guess Friday morning, however you want to look at it, aren't, you know, they're not the most, generally savory characters, I suppose. You know, they're not the peak people of the world, generally. You know, they're not the pillars of humanity. But, like, no, it's just, I couldn't imagine, you know, having to deal with that. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'm not, you know, the best in a fight, nor am I the strongest person, the fastest person, any of these things. I'm fine in all regards. I can, you know, I feel like I could take care of myself in a general situation that were to arise in that regard. Like, if that situation at the gas station had just become hostile, you have to be quite, you know, even if you're someone who's my weight, you know, then you still have to deal with the fact that I probably have the reach advantage on you. So it's like, I wouldn't have to deal with that. And then again, like, generally, being off-putting with how, you know, with how loud and obnoxious I generally am. I think obnoxious is better than eccentric, I feel. Might be a better term to use. But, like, it's genuinely kind of nice to just be loud and, like, kind of out there and frantic, generally, because people aren't looking to come near me and interact with me. And you don't want to interact with people too much, short of the cashier or whomever, who doesn't give a fuck one way or the other. So, you know, you don't want to interact with people at fucking 3 a.m. You just want to go about your business. Like, no reaction, or no interaction is a good interaction. Or, let me rephrase, no interactions is the best case scenario, I'll say. Because there can be good interactions, but, you know, it's better to just have none, I think. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. I'm just kind of dry. Like, I just had it in a scenario that, like, if my girlfriend had been the one that was just out there right now, then that would have been substantially more, like, probably scared. She wouldn't want to be in that situation that I was just in. I'm just sitting there daintily moving about, having a good, like, I don't care. Fuck. I don't feel like, no fear. absolutely no fear. I don't have any problem with it, because I don't feel like nothing's gonna happen to me that I can't, well, it's not that nothing would, but the likelihood of something happening that I can't myself deal with in that situation is just so low, and that I don't feel comfortable dealing with in that situation. Like, if someone had come up and been like, hey, give me your money, it's like, I'm comfortable with attempting to fucking knock the fuck out of them. Not that it would necessarily work, not that it would come to that, all that being said, but it's like, I'm comfortable with the idea of it, you know? I'm fine with having to go about that scenario. I'm not gonna be frazzled by the thought. It's just, I don't, like, and, like, again, being a smaller dude, it would be, like, I have coworkers that I don't feel like would want to be in that scenario. Not that we're in a dangerous area by any means, but, like, even then, they probably are off-put by that notion. And it's just kind of like, it's nice to be, you have to appreciate these things. You have to, when you find moments like these where it's like, man, I'm glad I'm exactly the way I am. You know, I don't need to be any better than this, or at least I don't need to be any different than this. I'm happy with who I am right in this moment. Those are good moments. So yeah, that random thought.